Today we have this 1958 Smith Corona Clipper, vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. The margins are right here and right here, very easy to use. You just push them down and move them like that, and that's where the carriage stops on each side. And you can hear the bell when you get to the right margin. And once you hear that bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line, space gets you back to the beginning and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch forward once. Skips 2, one more, skips 3. We're gonna keep it on single for now and finish typing. And as you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. Very nice typing machine, very popular. Clippers were some of the best Smith Corona's more popular ones. And this one works perfectly and is very well designed compared to anything you buy brand new today. This has really nice parts in engineering, all made out of metal and steel. Whereas if you buy something brand new, a lot of it's made out of cheap plastic and cheap metal. So it breaks easily, and a lot of the times they come missing parts and whatnot. So you really got to go with these vintage typewriters if you want something that's reliable. To pull the paper out easy, you flip this switch forward here on the right side, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the paper out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. You got to make sure you flip that switch back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Backspace on the left side here. That works good. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, you just hit that shift button again. This is your color selector switch here. You got a blue, white, and a red dot there. If you switch it down one, right now we're on blue, but if you switch, which hits the top portion of the ribbon, so that vibrator doesn't go up as high as if you have it on the red. It goes up much higher and it hits the bottom portion of the ribbon. And the white one, the vibrator will not go up at all. We're going to keep it on blue. We have a solid black ribbon, so we don't need to use that red. Unless you use up your whole ribbon, you can use the red to use up that bottom portion of the ribbon, so you can use it twice. Got a carriage release on each side. Allows you to control the carriage freely. This is your carriage lock. So you lift that up and it'll lock in the middle. And when you put it in the case, it sits right up next to this knob, so it won't move either way. That protects the star wheel and the escapement gear. So if you have it free and you have it in a case and this is banging around without the carriage release depressed, it can break those gears. And in that case, you basically have a totaled machine. Some people can fix it, I can fix it, but it's not easy to do. Carriage release on the right side here. And open the hood. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on this left side, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. As you can see, when you type, it'll pull. So if you want to change that direction, you just flip this switch on the left side here up, and it'll start pulling counterclockwise to the left. That works good. But we're going to keep that down and make sure it's pulling to the right for now. You got a touch control on this side here, low to high. The higher you go, the more tension when you hit the keys. The lower you go, the less tension. So depending on how you want to use the keys, that's your touch control. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a locking mechanism that bars you from typing. So if you hit that MR, it'll allow you to type past that block and finish the word at the end of the page. And that is about it. Now available for sale on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.